everybody, this is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Braddock of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back to this sunny day here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas for the third time this week. This is Isaac Bourne joined by Chris Babb. And this weekend has been a fun one. Arkansas Tech has come to town here in Arkadelphia and faced off against Ouachita 2 times yesterday and then here for the third time today. And Chris, we've seen some interesting matchups.
Yeah, Isaac, two-run games. Both teams had each team had their own opportunities. Arkansas Tech took advantage of those opportunities in both games. Were able to win the series. Tigers will look to bounce back. Only the second home series they've lost this year. The other series came to Harding. They were able to bounce back in that game 3 to avoid the sweep, and that's what they're looking for today. Tech trying to get the sweep and better their standings in the Great American Conference.
And you look at the starters running out on the field now in the GAC standings. Ouachita sitting at 10-10 in the conference standings right now, just about the middle of the conference. Meanwhile, Arkansas Tech, they have moved up to second in the conference with those 2 wins yesterday at 13-6, hoping to inch even closer to number 1 Harding as they do so. And now you see as the starters run out onto the field, we'll send it over to Brian Ramsey for the pregame prayer and then the national anthem.
One of only 2 games being played in the Great American Conference today. Game 3 across the street between Henderson and SAU as well.
Please rise if you are able for our opening prayer. Heavenly Father, we are grateful to you for giving us this day in your kingdom. Help us to have a good spirit of sportsmanship as these 2 teams compete in this great game of baseball. We pray for no injuries today, Lord. But most of all, we pray that in all that we do, think, and say, that we give you the glory for your kingdom's sake. In Jesus' name, amen. I invite you to please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve it for the playing of our national anthem.
And after the pregame proceedings, it is baseball time here in Tiger Town. And as you see the players run out onto the field, let's look into the Arkansas Tech lineup. Leading off the lineup for the Wonder Boys will be Tyler Sardelli. Following up him will be Cole Dawson and Simon Murray for the first 3 in the inning. Then up behind them will be Christian Olea, Sawyer Duddleston, Kirby Jenkins, Colby Webb, Brendan Bard, and Luke Ray. And now looking at the Ouachita defense. At first base for the Tigers today will be Reese McWilliams, followed up by Andrew Cox, Garrett Graham, and Wesley Scott in the infield. And then Gavin Jacobs, Isaac Nowell, and Joseph Bolin in the outfield. And then your man at catcher today, the new Luke Nahara. We'll see what he can do behind the plate. And then the man pitching on the mound will be Kaiser Smith. Looking into him this season, he's a sophomore right-handed pitcher standing 6'1", He's had 8 appearances and 7 starts, 1-2 on the season with a 5.54 ERA. Smith this season, he's been a new addition to this Ouachita normal pitching order, but so far he's been decently successful in the time he's gotten.
Yeah, got a lot of action last year as a freshman. Smith is a sophomore for the Tigers, a sophomore from Stonewall, Louisiana. Got a lot of action last year as a freshman, but he has been a regular, and some starts last year too, been a regular in that weekend rotation, a Game 3 starter, and so he will try to put a solid effort forth for the Tigers. We've had good starting pitching Chase the last 2 weekends. Chase Oberle went 8+ yesterday, ran into some trouble in the 8th. Luke House, a tremendous job, gave up 1 run. Was both of those were impacted by a fielding error that really gave Arkansas Tech opportunities. But Kaiser Smith had a good outing last weekend against Oklahoma Baptist, and he'll try to double that or back that up with another one today as Ouachita tries to salvage Game 3 of this series.
And right now sitting at 500 in conference play, I'm sure the Tigers are looking at that and trying their best to stay with a winning record in the Great American Conference. And this Arkansas Tech team, second in the conference, really trying to move themselves closer to taking over Harding at that 1 spot.
Yep, you noticed a few defensive changes today from yesterday. McWilliams moves from 3rd to 1st. Joseph Boland goes from behind the plate to right field. Behind the plate now, Luke Nahara. This is his 4th start behind the dish for Ouachita this season.
And the first pitch of the game for Kaiser Smith is going to hit the bottom corner for a strike against Sardelli here. That one goes a little low into the inside. Looking at Sardelli on the season, he's batting .311. He's started all 29 games he's played in, and he's got 19 RBIs. Swing and a miss for Sardelli, and now Smith with the advantage in the count. And that one's going to go a little low. Smith knocking on the door of 90 miles per hour right now.
Yeah, the pitch speed there, as you'll see too. You'll see the pitch and then the throw back to the pitcher. Unfortunately, that's the one that stays up the longest, but you can catch the pitch speed right after the pitch. But Smith in the upper 80s. That one came in at 93. Nice job of fouling that one off by Sardelli. Sardelli was 1 for 7 yesterday. He did score twice for the Wonder Boys.
He's going to stay alive once again, and that's the name of the game in these full counts. If it's going to be a strike, you've got to put a bat on the ball in some way. And that one is going to curve right into the left field gap, and Sardelli's going for 2.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Sardelli. Took that one down the middle, went the opposite way with it. It was headed for the left center field gap right off the bat, and then it just tailed away from Isaac Nowell in center field. So leadoff double for Sardelli. That's the way the Wonder Boys wanted to get going on the season. That is the 3rd double of the season for Sardelli. Olea, Duddleston, Jenkins, Kirby Jenkins all have 7 doubles. So this is a team that does have a significant number of hits for extra bases.
And you look at this Arkansas Tech lineup, there's only 3 players in it that don't have over a 300 batting average, contrary to the Ouachita lineup with no batters over 300, just showing how much the Wonder Boys rely on their expert hitting to win games.
Yeah, one of the top hitting teams in the conference, but also a decent fielding team. Their pitching has kind of been what has thrown them off a little bit, trying to get some consistent starters. Yesterday they had that in Game 2 from Hutchison, and they really got what they needed from John Gray in Game 1 going deep.
And he's going to bunt that one just a little too far to the left side, and he's going to foul it off. So 0-2 count for Kaiser Smith, and this is where you want to be if you're a guy on the mound.
It is. You would expect Dawson not to try to bunt now, especially with a runner in scoring position. Who knows what head coach Dave Dawson is going to try to get Cole to do here, but especially with the 0-2 count, with a runner already in scoring position, would expect the bunt to be taken off.
And that's what he'll do. He'll take a swing at it and foul it off to the right side.
Yeah, it's a nice job of hitting by Dawson. He's trying to go the other way with it. If you can put something to the right side, you're going to advance the runner. It would be efficient, basically the same thing as a bunt. But if you can poke something through the right side, most likely you're going to score the run. Joseph Bolin is playing shallow in right field.
And he'll ground it out to second base. And the play is made at first. Great piece of fielding that time by number 15, Andrew Cox.
Yeah, Cox getting his second start of the weekend at second base. If Dawson does the job that he intended to do with the bunts, it just came in a little bit different situation, advancing the runner 90 feet.
And so now with Sardelli on third base, here's Simon Murray looking to get his first RBI of the contest. And right down the middle, that one will go as an out at first, but that does bring Sardelli home for the first score of the game.
Yep, Kaiser Smith trying to pull kick save with that one, but Wesley Scott was able to get the out, so they trade a run for an out, and so Tech gets on the board for the first time. This is the first game that Tech has started the game with the lead. Ouachita scored 2 in the bottom of the first yesterday. Tech came back. Yesterday, Ouachita scored 1 in the bottom of the second of game 2, so Ouachita got the lead first in both games yesterday. Tech jumps out today.
Catcher Christian Olea, he thought about not.
Say that again. He tried to check his swing, but he
check
didn't.
his swing. Goodness
There you
gracious,
go.
words just sometimes don't work.
We're gonna clip that one.
I'll get my first error of the game for either of these teams.
Well, I'll mark it on the wall. Isaac, 1 error.
Isaac couldn't think of the word check. 1-1 count for Smith. And Olea, he's got some power on it, and that'll ground right over to the Arkansas Tech bullpen. Umpire will call time here.
Yeah,
Step out of the box.
They're waiting. They'd already started the pitch clock, but the ball was still being retrieved from down the line. So home plate umpire signaled to his third base umpire to restart the pitch clock. Big pitch there from Kaiser Smith.
And Smith, he'll retire the innings, sending Christian Olea packing. We'll be back after this break. Ouachita trails 1-0 to the Wonder Boys.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, where Ouachita is going to get their first chance to put some numbers on the board here. They trail 1-0 after Arkansas Tech puts up 1 on the 2 sacrifice swings for the Wonder Boys. And now, looking at the mound for Arkansas Tech, it'll be pitcher Emiliano Mata. He's got an 8.00 ERA on the season, 1-2 record, and he'll look to keep Ouachita from picking up the one win here in this third game of the series.
Yeah, Mata has 5 starts, so 7 appearances, 5 starts. And I was looking to see, earlier coming into this weekend, trying to see a consistent 3-game rotation, kind of like Ouachita's thrown Oberly game 1, House game 2, Kaiser Smith game 3, and if not, didn't see that with Tech as much over the last 3 or 4 weeks. We did see Mata in there a few times, and so Mata will get the start in the game today, try to get the sweep for the Wonder Boys.
And looking at this Ouachita lineup, it'll be led off by Isaac Nowell. And then it'll be Wesley Scott, Gavin Jacobs finishing off the inning, and then you see the rest. Jackson Jester, Garrett Graham, Reese McWilliams, Joseph Boland, Andrew Cox, and Luke Nahara finishing it off.
Yep. Looking at Mata, will pull his stats up, but only 6 starts and only 18 1/3 innings pitched on the season. So, don't know if this is an opener type situation where he's going to go a few innings, but it'd be interesting to see how that plays out over the course of the game.
And now he'll start off 1-2 in the count. And that one right down the third base line, but great piece of fielding by Bard, and he gets it right across the field for the first out. And this Arkansas Tech defense gave the Tigers problems yesterday, and there you see it. First baseman Tyler Sardelli, then at second base Luke Ray, the man that just made that play, will be third baseman Brendan Bard, shortstop Cole Dawson, and in the outfield, Sawyer Duddleston, Simon Murray, and Kirby Jenkins. We talked about Mata at pitcher, and then Christian Olea, the man behind the dish. That first pitch, the breaking ball is going to hit is going to miss on the outside. Mata, he'll miss again for 2-0.
Hat tip to Gavin Wallace for getting our pitch speed fixed, where it's getting the actual pitch. Big swing from Wesley Scott. I'll brag on our students again. These mostly 95% student run production, except for me, the old man. And Gavin worked several hours last week and then last night when he was frustrated with it not working as Scott fouls that one out. He was frustrated with it not working, so he came up after we got through eating last night and got it working. And for the most part, we still see a couple of throws back, but for the most part, now he's frustrated because it's showing 51 on the throwback. He thought he had it. He had it. I could just sense. I hear him in my ear saying, yes, I am frustrated, but great work trying to get that for us.
And Scott, he's going to put it on the ground and out to right field, and he'll take a base hit with it. And he thought for a second he might take second as well, but he'll go right back.
Yeah, gave a little initial 2 steps toward second as the right fielder kind of lobbed that one in, but regardless, that one was
And Scott, he's a lethal base runner. You see that this year, 12 for 13 on stolen base attempts. So Mata will need to be diligent with looking at him on first as Gavin Jacobs is up to the plate. And the changeup there.
Yeah, nice 68 mile an hour breaking ball. Significant difference from the fastball velocity we've seen.
And Jacobs almost thought he got a hold of it there, but it's going to elude the third base, and it's going to go just to the left of the third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on the board. Scott, he's going to go for the steal at second. And he's got it. He's going to go for 3. And Wesley Scott The throw goes high over second base, and Scott able to not just take one, but two after the expert base running from the sophomore. And now Gavin Jacobs. 1-2 count for him, just one out on the board, and a runner deep into scoring position. We'll see what happens. Jacobs, he'll sky that one out to left field. He'll touch and go. Scott to home plate, and Wesley Scott. He'll score first for the Tigers, and he'll tie it up at Snake Eyes here at Rab Rogers Field.
Now batting designated hitter Jackson Jester.
That sets up in the 4-hole here. Jackson Jester, after Jacobs with the sacrifice fly, sends Wesley Scott home. The breaking ball breaks just a little too far to the outside. Jester gets a hold of it barely, but that'll be enough, and Mata will touch first for the third out of the inning. Ouachita strikes back, and it's tied at one apiece as we go into the second here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field as we look around the Great American Conference. Chris, what are we seeing today?
Yeah, only two games today. Southern Arkansas and Henderson across the street started at 1 o'clock. Also, every other series was finished. Lots of big numbers, lots of double-digit scores on that. Particularly look at the Southern Naz and Northwestern Oklahoma series. Northwestern Oklahoma averaged 16 runs in those three games, scoring a total of 48 runs in the three games with the win at Southern Nazarene. We talked about UAM and Harding yesterday. UAM got a 1-2 out of 3 on the road with the game 3. That was Friday night, going 5-4 in 13 innings. That was a back-and-forth game. Harding had a chance to win it in the 11th, I believe, but umpire said a runner was thrown out at home. That would have been the game-winning run. Oklahoma Baptist loses the series to Southeastern Oklahoma. And so all these teams, as we start the back half of that conference schedule, all these teams trying to win series. You know, you can 3-0 is great. There are some series that you expect to get, but if you can get a series win, that's what you're going for, and that's why Tech was so pleased with what they did yesterday here at Rab Rogers Field, getting a doubleheader sweep to get the road series win.
And the Wonder Boys, I'm sure, would want to get the sweep here and move themselves up in the standings as now Sawyer Duddleston takes to the plate for Arkansas Tech. He'll pop that one up into the infield. Cox looking to get under it. And he'll make the catch. Duddleston will run through, but not losing it in the sun this time. And just great expert play there by the sophomore.
Yeah, it's a high sky today. It was it's sunny, but there is a little haze, a lot of pollen. The wind earlier, we've had gusts anywhere from like 18 to 26 miles an hour expected today during the game. There is a storm front coming through later tonight from the southwest, like normal. And the wind, periodically you'll see the flag out in right center field. It was blowing straight towards left field a couple of inning or so ago, or right before the inning. But I would expect that wind would probably pick up as we get later in the game.
1-1. Here's Kirby Jenkins at the plate. And Smith just barely misses out on the zone that time. And he'll tap it out behind him. 2-2 count.
A little bit warmer today than it was yesterday, Isaac. Actually, a lot. Feels like it anyway.
Swing and a miss. And that'll retire him back to the dugout. Kirby Jenkins just got a little over-eager that time, and that'll be the second out of the inning for Ouachita.
Yep. Again, I feel like beating a dead horse, but Ouachita starting pitching last week and this week has done a really good job on 2-strike counts of starting the breaking ball over the plate, just having it die in that opposite batter's box, especially to the right-handed batters.
Here's Colby Webb for the Wonder Boys. And Kaiser Smith, he'll find the corner of the zone, and here's that 2-strike count you were just talking about. We'll see if Kaiser Smith can capitalize on it again. And yes, he can. He's going to strike him out looking. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
The scoreboard might have read wrong. It did have 2 strikes up there, but it was a 1-1, so 1-2. So now here's the 2-strike count you were talking about.
Almost pushing 90 there from Kaiser, hitting 89. We've seen the breaking ball and good change in speed from the off-speed pitch to the fastball from both these pitchers.
And there is the strikeout we were looking for as Kaiser Smith picks up number 3 of the game, and that'll send us to another break. Ouachita has it tied up at 1 apiece here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, where Emiliano Mata steps up to the mound for the Wonder Boys for his second inning of work, and he'll face off against Garrett Graham of the Tigers. Followed up by Reese McWilliams and Joseph Bolin as that breaking ball goes high.
Graham only had 1 hit yesterday, but it was a big one. The home run in the bottom of the second inning that gave Ouachita a 1-run lead. Ended up being the only run of the game, for the Tigers, as Arkansas Tech starter Daniel Hutchison went all 7 innings, only gave up that 1 run.
And Mata, that breaking ball finds the top of the zone, and now Graham finds himself in a precarious position. And that one looked like it might have gotten a piece of Graham, but it might have hit his bat first, so they're going to say that one is a foul.
Looking at Mata's innings pitched, this is his 7th appearance. We talked about 3 and 2/3 innings on the 15th against Southeastern. Ouch. Fouled that one into the catcher. But then before that, his 2 outings had 1 1/3 innings against Monticello, gave up 4 runs in that 1 1/3. The week before that was 1 2/3 against Southern Arkansas. Only gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. He did go 6 innings against Northwestern, so not sure if it's a results thing or if it's a just not being able to get outs when he needed it. Maybe one of those that Coach Dawson and his pitching coaching staff understand when he has his stuff and when he might just have to go out and be replaced. But so far today, he's got decent stuff against the Tigers.
And Graham, he'll sky that one out to the left center field gap where the catch is made. And it's going to go right in that close to the same position, but it's going to get down. And great piece of hitting that time by senior Reese McWilliams, who's had himself a pretty good outing this weekend.
Yeah, McWilliams just kind of did what you need to do with that. It just kind of got it a little bit off the end of the bat, just a flare, a Texas leaguer into right field.
And now with a man on first, here's Joseph Bolin, the junior out of El Dorado, Arkansas. And Mata, that one will go into the dirt. He's going to try to make the play at second.
That's a good read by Reese McWilliams. Mata's pitch was low. Olea got the block but couldn't control it, got out of the circle behind the plate, and McWilliams got a good read and a good jump.
So now 1-0 count here for Bolin on the season. Joseph Bolin averaging a 203 batting average. He's started in 26, played in 27 games. And Bolin, he'll put that right in the glove of Brendan Bard, who's made himself some great plays today at that third base position.
I think that was faster than I could react with the camera, but Bard was in terrific position. Bolin squared it up, but it went right to the glove of Bard at third, and now, just like that, Mata's got 2 outs, trying to strand another Tiger runner.
And now here is second baseman Andrew Cox in the 8-hole, batting 148 on the season. From right down the road in Hot Springs. Swing and a miss for Cox. Good piece of pitching that time for Mata. Breaking ball goes high right across the face of Cox.
I'd like to welcome a frustrated Gavin Wallace to the booth, still trying to figure out the gun.
Gavin, you want to say hi?
No, he's too mad to say hi. He had this all worked out for us to add the pitch speed. That was a 67-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Mata. Again, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, ranging. We saw 13 a couple of times between the fastball and the breaking ball. What we just didn't account for was I don't think it did it the other day when we were trying it out, getting the throw back from the catcher to the pitcher.
And he'll take the hit. He'll take the ball right to the shoulder, and Cox, he'll run to first. Now with runners on first and second, here's Luke Nahara stepping up to the plate. He's only had 12 at-bats this year, only played in 11 games, started in 3. We'll see what the new catcher can do. He's, like we said, only started in 3 games.
Yeah, but be a good spot for his first hit of the season. He came in at catcher today. Came in relief yesterday in one of the games of the doubleheader, game 1. We got some action in a midweek game earlier. Also played in one of the conference games. Came in last weekend against Oklahoma Baptist. Be a good time for Luke to get his first base hit of the season. Only has 12 at-bats.
And the breaking ball that time finds the zone. And an 0-2 count for the batter, Luke Nahara.
We also, Nahara was one of the catchers in this coming into the season with Bolin, but also Octavio Mendeville, who was the starting catcher on opening day, started the season with over a 500 batting average. He got hurt. He's been coaching first But today you look down and see Dave Brown, the pitching coach, is back to coaching first base for Ouachita, and Bo Burson at third base.
And that's a swing and a miss for Nahara, and that will retire the inning for Emiliano Mata. Score remains tied going into the break. Arkansas Tech looking to take the lead here in the third on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And we're back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network following a scoreless inning for both teams. And now Brendan Bard will lead off here for the Wonder Boys to start off inning number 3. He'll be followed up by Luke Ray, and then the lineup will turn over with the one-hole Tyler Sardelli. Bard, he'll sky that one up right behind him.
Bard was 1 for 1 in game 2. He's a pinch hitter in the game 1 yesterday, and came in as a sub midway through the game, 1 for 1 with a run scored, had 2 RBIs. Then he was 0 for 3 in game 2, but did have some big plays in the field defensively, just like we saw. Well, I don't think you ended up seeing it because I didn't get the camera over and fast enough, but a nice snag of a line drive from Bard in the bottom of the second.
And Bard so far today, he's recorded 1 putout and 1 assist in the field. The only other player to do that is Sardelli at first. And Bard, he'll put bat to it, and it'll get down out in left field for the single. Brendan Bard, he'll pick up his first hit of the game.
Second baseman Luke Ray.
And then that'll set up the 9-hole Luke Ray. Ray on the season batting .230. He's got 22 runs and 12 RBIs.
This is the same lineup that Coach Dawson went with yesterday in game 2. Really the only change from game 1 or 2 was that as that one gets away from Nahara and Bard advances to second. The only change is that Joe Kinneberg started at third base in game 1 yesterday. He was replaced by Bard. Bard got the start in game 2 and today.
One 0 count here for Kaiser Smith. That one will bunt up into the air, and Smith will dive and make the catch. Great piece of fielding by Kaiser Smith, and Ouachita will record their first out of the inning.
He does a good job of fielding the position by Smith. He saw the bunt was popped up. Nahara hopped out of his crouch behind the plate, but Kaiser Smith did a great job of coming off the mound and making the diving catch.
And as the lineup turns over now, here's Tyler Sardelli. He's the lone man to cross the plate for the Wonder Boys today, and that has given them their 1 run. And Kaiser Smith, he'll make the quick turnaround. Almost sensed that Brendan Bard was leading off second, and Wesley Scott just barely unable to make the play.
Yeah, kind of wheeled in behind him, tried to catch Bard sleeping, got back without a tag though. So
Smith, he'll put that one too low. You've got to be careful with Sardelli. Earlier today, he did pick up the first hit of the game. And he will put it down right into the right field corner. And Brendan Bard is going to cross home plate with that one. Sardelli will get the double and the RBI to go with that.
just turned on that one. Sardelli pulled that one deep into the right field corner. Joseph Boland did a nice job of tracking it down. Thought Sardelli might have an opportunity for 3, but ended up just holding up at 2.
And with that, Arkansas Tech takes back the lead. They lead 2-1 now, as now stepping up to the plate, Cole Dawson. He's got 20 RBIs on the season, and with Sardelli in scoring position, he's looking to go for 21.
I think we tried to give one of his to Sardelli yesterday, didn't we? We tried to rob Dawson of one of his RBIs. But yeah, it's a very similar situation. He came up with 1 out and a runner on second in the first as well.
And Dawson, he'll show bunt, but he'll foul out behind him. So now, with 2 strikes on the board, he probably won't show bunt anymore.
No. It's very similar. He squared around in the first inning. Ended up getting 2 strikes and just put one to the right side to advance the runner. Which there is 1 out on the board here, no outs in the first.
And Smith, he'll turn around.
Yeah, you can kind of hear the communication from the Arkansas Tech dugout that Scott had come in behind, so Sardelli was able to get back to second.
Smith, 2 strikes. Going for his third. And Dawson will get the bunt. And the play is made at second. Great piece of fielding by Nahara to pick it up quickly and zip it over to first base.
Yeah, it was a nice shot down there by Nahara coming out. You almost don't expect him to see the bunt. So when you do see him square around, you got to be ready to hop out of there. He made a nice throw down. Coach Dawson was telling Cole, said, "You are going to get this bunt down and get the runner across, the runner to third."
And Sardelli now is in third, very deep into scoring position. Here's Simon Murray. He'll take the hit to the leg, and that'll advance him a base.
Yeah, caught him around the knee.
He'll slowly walk over to first base, but he'll pick up his pace. He looks to be all right. Now here's Christian Olea, the man at catcher for Arkansas Tech. Ouachita looking to keep the Wonder Boys further off the board. They've already taken the lead in this inning. And
yeah, you saw Murray try to get hung up between first and third to draw a throw to try to be able to get that run home. Nahara just let him go and threw it back, not try to get in any shenanigans. Then you end up giving up a run and have a runner at second.
And the breaking ball by Smith finds the zone. Last time Olea was at the plate, he was struck out by Smith. That time he'll swing and send it into foul territory. Kaiser Smith in a pinch, 1 strike away from retiring the inning. And Olea, he will foul it off to the left side.
That almost caught Sardelli, who was getting his lead off a third and his secondary jump. That's why you do that in foul territory. So if you do get hit, you're not out, but regardless, you're the runner. You don't want that ball coming down to you that fast.
Smith trying to retire the side here. Olea, he'll put that high into right field, but the catch is made, and Arkansas Tech will stay off the board further. Kaiser Smith able to hold up Arkansas Tech from just the one run in the inning. They still lead 2-1 as we go to a break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And starting off the inning, as the lineup turns over for Ouachita, will be Isaac Now, that batter in the one hole, and then you see Wesley Scott and Gavin Jacobs will follow him up. They're going up against the third inning of work for Emiliano Mata, the pitcher for Arkansas Tech.
Mata, a senior from Douglas, Arizona, from Eastern Arizona College. Isaac, we had a guest on yesterday in the booth who's also from Douglas, Arizona. You got a 50-50 shot.
Coach Jackson.
No.
Dang it.
Wrong. Now you have a 100% shot.
Then it's Coach Sharp.
Yeah, Coach David Sharp from Douglas, Arizona, also athletic director at Ouachita. Dad was a coach there in Douglas.
And Mata finds the zone that time, and it's a 2-2 count. Isaac Nowell, last time he was at the plate, he would ground out. And Wisely will hold up.
He wanted that when Mata came off the mound, trying to get the call, but it was just a little bit started too far on the outside part of the plate and broke away from Nowell.
Full count. Mata, payoff pitch. And he'll get caught on the inside corner, and now we'll head back to the dugout. Great piece of pitching by Mata to get the strikeout.
Now batting shortstop, Wesley Scott.
And here's Wesley Scott. The switch hitter will bat left-handed here. Scott, he's picked up one of Ouachita's 2 hits today, so looking to repeat that success this time here. And that one's got some power, but it just can't stay in play. That one had the distance.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell after Wesley Scott hit that one that he knew it had the distance. It had the 2, just didn't have its toward, and it was a little bit foul, closer, headed out towards the highway. A nice breaking ball from Mata. Scott caught the top of it, kind of frustrated with himself that he swung over that one a little bit. You know, we haven't seen Wesley Scott be able to put one in the gap and let him use his speed or pull one down the line, but when he's able to find a gap and know it off the bat, he's fun to watch run the bases.
And he'll put a bat to it and get it down. Out in right field, he's going to go for 2. And wow, what a play made by, it looks to be Dawson. Scott got greedy and went for 2, and Dawson goes to the ground and swipes Wesley Scott as he slides into second.
Yeah, Scott, you know, he's aggressive. You know, that's what I was just saying. He's aggressive, and he saw the right fielder for Arkansas Tech, Kirby Jenkins, kind of bobble that one. And so when Jenkins bobbled it, he tried to take advantage of it. Jenkins made a throw, and that brought Dawson to the first base side of the bag, but you saw him there with a nice swipe tag, getting Scott before he was able to reach second base.
And that one bounced off the ground, it looks like, and still went over.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You don't see that one very often. Bounce in the turf, bounce off the turf, and the catcher, and then out of play over into the stands.
Gavin Jacobs looking to pick up his first hit of the day. Last time he was at the plate, he did pick up an RBI with the sacrifice fly out in left field. Two outs on the board, no runners on. And Mata, 1 strike away from retiring the side. And wisely, Jacobs will hold up. That one just a little high and outside. Full count. Something's got to give here. Jacobs, he'll swing. And that one's going to go high into the infield. And the play is made at second base by Luke Ray, and that'll send us to another break. Ouachita can't put any scores on the board there, and they trail 2-1 to the Wonder Boys.
There is a road laid out for me. First night here, but Amy seems cool. Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
So we start at the top of the 4th inning. Kaiser Smith back on for his 4th inning of work. He'll be facing 5, 6, 7 for the Wonder Boys. Sawyer Duddleston, Kirby Jenkins, Colby Webb. Duddleston 0 for 1. Chris Babb, Isaac Bourne with you. Gavin Wallace, Chloe Velleman, Priscilla Leverett in the truck. Students will start returning to campus this afternoon and evening as spring break comes to an end. There's a tennis match going on across the way at the Craig and Kim Ward tennis facility. Smith's 0-1 pitch is a fastball low and outside. It's a beautiful afternoon, warm. Did you say 80 degrees? Is that what you said?
81 degrees, feels like 84.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're in the shade. The 1-1 pitch from Smith misses outside.
Another fun thing, UV index up to 8, so anyone who stepping outside in Arkansas, make sure to lather on that sunscreen. Feels like summer here towards the end of March.
It does. It feels like summer, but we know it's spring as the 2-1 pitch is to breaking ball, taken for a called strike. Storms coming through this evening. And then again, I believe Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Ouachita baseball will be on the road next weekend at Arkansas Monticello. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball that just misses the outside corner. Arkansas Monticello in the land of the Boll Weevils next weekend. The Ouachita softball team will be here against UAM this weekend, and all, of course, will add the weather permitting. 3-2 pitch from Kaiser Smith, popped up. Smith and Nahara give chase, but that one is on top of our building. Thanks to Priscilla Leverett, the Lady Tiger tennis team is playing Southeastern Oklahoma across the way. The GAC match. I saw the men's tennis team went to a trip over spring break, went to South Carolina, played the Citadel, defeated the Citadel. So it's a fun trip for Coach Shoemake and his guys. Duddleston fouls that one out of play, so he'll do it again. Obviously, lots of things going on in spring sports. The track and field team had some representatives down at the University of Texas Relays in Austin. The 3-2 pitch from Smith hits Duddleston in the left leg, and so the leadoff man is aboard for the Wonder Boys here in the top of the fourth, and to the plate is Kirby Jenkins. Jenkins was 0 for 3 in game 2 yesterday. Struck out once. 0 for 5 in game 1. Struck out 3 times. 0 for 1 here, looking for his first hit of the weekend. He bats with nobody out. Runner on first here in the top of the fourth. Coach Stephen Bostic was he's the Ouachita swimming and diving coach. He was a happy person yesterday as he is from Florida. And so his Florida Gators made the Final Four. He's actually trying to be able to go see them. He's actually speaking at a workshop in Austin, Texas next Sunday.
So officially, he said no practice on Friday. I'm headed to San Antonio.
Jenkins squares around the bunt. Can't get that one. He told me yesterday, I said, your Gators, going to see your Gators, because we've got a group of our communications and media students that are headed down to San Antonio on Thursday to work for the local organizing committee and some media relations roles at the Final Four. And he said, I'm going. I'm speaking at a clinic in Austin on Sunday. So I will be there on Saturday to watch the Gators. Isaac will be down there next week covering the Final Four for the website, Mid-Major Madness. And it'll be a fun little trip. Jenkins fouls that one off. Onto the indoor hitting facility that goes just outside and down the left field line. 330 down the lines, 370 to the alleys, and 400 straight away center here at Rab Rogers Field. Another throwback as Duddleston gets back safely. Stolen base attempts. Arkansas Tech with significantly more than Ouachita. Duddleston 6 of 8. Another throwback. Dawson has 16 stolen bases. Simon Murray with 18. So as a team, they have more. As an individual, they have more than Ouachita does, almost as a team. Another strikeout for Kaiser Smith for the first out of the inning. That strikeout of Jenkins will bring up Colby Webb. Webb 1 for 5 in the first 2 games. Did have 1 RBI in game 1 yesterday. Another throwback to Duddleston. That was a little bit closer. Reese McWilliams over there at first base applying the tag. Webb 0 for 1 today. Struck out in his first plate appearance against Kaiser Smith. Fouls that one back to the net. Catches our crowd mic and believe it might have just knocked the crowd mic.
Weston Bailey, come save us.
Yeah, he did it. He did it yesterday. There's no crowd mic right there on where I have camera 1 right now. Our mic is now a ground level mic.
Might be able to see it on your screen right now.
Nice breaking ball from Smith. Yep, there's the cable going all the way down to the ground. There's our misbehaving radar gun as well. Called strike from Kaiser Smith brings the count to 1-2. Again, the radar gun is giving you two speeds, the pitch and then the throwback from the catcher. Still trying to work the kinks out on that. It's going to cause Gavin Wallace to pull his hair out and look like me by the end of the day, I imagine. 1-2 pitch misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Only game today, game 3 of this series. Southern Arkansas and Henderson in game 3 across the street. Webb fouls that one down the line, but room for Joseph Boland, but it bounces off of a diving Joseph Boland. It is a foul ball, and Webb will live to see another pitch. If you're not familiar, we understand we have lots of people who follow Arkansas Tech who watching this broadcast. Got a nice note from Daniel Hutchinson's family out in Arizona yesterday who was watching. If you're not familiar with Arkadelphia or Ouachita and Henderson, literally right across the street, a little bit further back than softball, but here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside. When we're doing softball games at Ouachita, and we mentioned it, we can actually get a shot of D. White Field at Henderson State. Can't necessarily do that for baseball because the press box is behind us, but 2 universities are right across the street from each other. The runner goes on the 3-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball to deep left field, and I don't know if the yard's going to hold it. It does. Wow, what a catch in left field by Gavin Jacobs. The runner was going, so he had to retreat to first base. Isaac, I thought off the bat that one had a chance to get out of here. Gavin Jacobs in left field did a nice job making the catch.
It looks like he might be a little shaken up on the play.
Caught that one. They're going to let Coach Howard go out and check on Gavin Jacobs. So
who says baseball isn't a contact sport?
You got to have contact at the plate. You just hope you don't have contact in the field after you make a catch. You get a look at Isaac now walking over to Gavin Jacobs. Looked like he caught the shoulder on the fence, but that was a tremendous tracking job by Gavin Jacobs. Again, the wind had been blowing to left field. Now it's blowing, kind of swirling from center to right field. But Coach Luke Howard and athletic trainer Ashley Harris make their way out to check on Jacobs.
and some great music to accompany a moment like this.
The wind, Gavin, I think if the wind had been blowing significantly to left field like it had been earlier, somewhat earlier in the game, that might have ended up being a home run, but wind was not able to get up in the jet stream. So Gavin Jacobs demonstrating to Coach Howard and Ashley Harris that he's good to go. Again, now 2 outs on the board as well. Ooh. Good, they weren't on me anyway. It didn't just make anybody sick. Nice hand for Jacobs. So the runner was off with the pitch. And so the runner had to that's Duddleston at first base. He had to wait and see if Jacobs was going to make that catch. He did make the catch. So he had to retreat to first. So there's no ability or chance to tag up on that, get in scoring position. So it was a hit and run situation. Jacobs does a great job of making that catch, getting the ball back in the infield. So Duddleston had to stay at first. Now Brendan Bard to the plate with 2 outs. Duddleston on first. Kaiser Smith trying to get out of this top of the 4th. Breaking ball fooled Bard. He thought that one was going to be up and in. It broke back into the zone for a called strike 1. Throw back to first. Bard pops that one up. Gives chase, but that indeed will bounce out of play over by the baseball locker room and the weight room facility. The count now 0-2 from Kaiser Smith to Brendan Bard.
And Smith in another one of those 2-strike positions, just one away from retiring the side here.
Nice job by Nahara going into the left-handed batter's box and blocking that one. Henderson and SAU split yesterday, so then Arkansas won the first game, and then Henderson got a grand slam from Luke Farah in game 2. Won the second game 4-0. It was another throw over. So in the rubber match at Clydeberry Field, tied at 2 in the 3rd inning. Fouled back to the net, and Bard stays alive. Took a big hack at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th, runner on first. Tech with a 2-1 lead thanks to their run in the 3rd. Ground ball. Nice snag by Cox. He'll step on the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. Cox plays the hop. He gets a 5 from Kaiser Smith and the rest of his teammates. And the top of the 4th comes to an end with the Tech Wonder Boys stranding 1 runner. Looks like we'll have some defensive changes for Tech when we come back. We'll give you those when we return on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go.
Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckle tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Defensive change for Arkansas Tech as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. There you see Grant Jones coming into the game and playing center field. So Jones entered the game yesterday as a sub, does the same today. Jackson Jester will lead things off for the Tigers. Garrett Graham, Reese McWilliams next. Oh, 1 the count to Jester. That one misses outside. Shot to second base. Bobbles it, but still collects himself in time to make the throw. That is Luke Ray retiring Jester with the 4-3 put out. Nice job by Ray of smothering the ball and then not panicking and making the throw to Sardelli. So Garrett Graham to the plate for the Tigers in the 5-hole. Wow. If you're watching college basketball, you see Houston leading Tennessee by 21 points with less than a minute left to go in the first half. Isaac, I don't know if I saw a 21-point game in that one.
Just two defensive teams in that one, but this isn't basketball.
One of those defensive teams is doing a lot better than the other one.
Exactly.
So Graham 1-1 facing Mata. The 1-1 pitch, that's a shot into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Garrett Graham. Gets the Tigers another hit on the board. That's their 4th of the day. Arkansas Tech 2 runs on 3 hits with 1 error. Ouachita 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Gavin Wallace, the computer science and broadcasting engineer extraordinaire, has input a code on our software as Reese McWilliams takes a big hack at a curveball that no longer gets the throw back to the pitcher. So we have a happy Gavin now. He's not going to have to pull the rest of his hair out or any of it. 0-1 the count to Reese McWilliams, getting the start at first base today. Lets that one go upstairs for ball 1. So, bottom of the 4th, almost halfway through this one. Tigers trying to respond, trying to get something going offensively against Mata. The breaking ball comes in at 65 from Mata, and McWilliams swings over the top of it, gets just enough to foul it off. Bolin on deck. Andrew Cox, if it gets that far, would be next. Thought I heard runner, so I was ready to try to get the stolen base and saw the snap throw back to first base to try to get the runner.
Olea, he's just been active this entire game, able to make those throws very quickly.
That was a quick
and he's caught a lot of runners today.
There's the runner. That is a quick throw, but it is to the third base side of the bag. Got that one out really quickly, but you could see off the hand that one was headed to the third base side of the bag, and so a stolen base for Ouachita. So now a runner in scoring position, Reese McWilliams. A couple of base hits yesterday. 2 for 4 in game 1, and he could tie this game with a well-placed base hit right here. Waited on that curveball and fouled it off.
The umpire, he'll give him some time. He's going to run out there
that ball,
very far.
That ball rattled around the fence, and if you're not familiar with you can kind of get a look at it possibly down the first base, down the left field line. But if you're not familiar with that ball, kind of hugged the line and ended up in left field. So here we go. McWilliams, 3-2.
And over
ball 4. Yeah, I thought it was ball 4, so if it's ball 4, you definitely duck the melon and try not to make it go off the dome.
Just make sure you don't want to get hurt there.
So Bolin comes to the plate now. Well, the runners on first and second and 1 out. Joseph getting the start in right field today. I'd love for Joseph to come through with a good base hit here. Had a big one last week in the come from behind win against Oklahoma Baptist. Had the game-winning RBI, a little flare to left field. So Mata gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Ooh, that one went above the head of Bolin, so both runners will advance 90 feet. So now the Tigers really have something going. Isaac, we talked about Dave Brown being at first base. Now Octavio Mendeville has come back out to coach first base. Mendeville is the catcher who was injured. He was fielding some ground balls yesterday. Would know they'd love to be able to work him back into action. Not sure what the process on that, but it is getting closer. That was a nice breaking ball from Emiliano Mata to get ahead in the count, 1-2. He's had success. He threw that on, I believe McWilliams saw two-strike curveballs. See if Mata goes back to it or tries to come with a little heat. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, ground ball. High chopper, they're going to try to come home with it, and the tag is made, and Garrett Graham is thrown out at home. That was another nice play in the field by Bard. It was a high chopper, and Graham thought he had the good read on it, but Bard cuts one down at the plate, and so now 2 outs on the board. Andrew Cox can tie it with a base hit here, but that was a big play by Bard again.
And we might could have a replay on that later to see, but you got to give the credit to Olea where it's due.
That was a dangerous throw. Snap throw back to get Bolin at first from Olea. If that one had gotten past Sardelli at first into right field, could have had a chance to score McWilliams from second. He was not able to. It kind of was blocked by the body of Joseph Bolin. 0-1 count now to Cox. Breaking ball catches the inside part of the plate. The 0-2 pitch to Cox, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Catcher Olea holds on to it, and Arkansas Tech escapes, and due in part to a lot because of this play right here as a chopper to third base. And Brendan Bard fields it, and there you see the nice throw home, and the tag was applied, and the umpire said it tagged the side before the hand touched the plate. So we're through 4. Arkansas Tech 2, Ouachita 1. Back after this timeout.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Visit the Washita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Washita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Washita campus store. Go Tigers.
The Tigers try to take advantage on the bases, but Arkansas Tech cuts a runner down at the plate and then gets a strikeout to end the inning and the mini threat. Washita had runners at second and third with one out and couldn't get the run across. And that is where we stand now. It's still 2-1, not 2-2. Tech still does have the 2-1 lead, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 run for the Tigers on 4 hits.
I want to apologize for the
our
quality as well.
Our wireless is not wanting to behave very well. It does make for funny looks of people walking behind the camera. Joseph Boland makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
First baseman Tyler Sardelli.
May just be our monitor, Isaac. So Sardelli, as we go back to the top of the order after Luke Ray flies out on the F9, we go back to the top of the order to Tyler Sardelli. Kaiser Smith effective, 2 runs on 3 hits given up. 73 pitches, does have 4 strikeouts. And that fastball was outside for ball 2. The 2-0 from Smith. High fly ball into right field. Joseph Boland nicely played and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Kaiser Smith gets the first 2 up and the first 2 down. Dawson was 1 for 4 yesterday in game 1, 1 for 2 in game 2, and he is looking for his first hit today in 1 at bat, 2 plate appearances. 0-1 the count from Smith to Dawson. It's a hard hit ball through the left side and into left field for a base hit for Dawson. Cole Dawson gets the base hit. A 2-out single.
Right fielder Simon Murray.
To bring up Simon Murray, who moved from center field to right field when Grant Jones came into the game at the middle of the 4th inning. So I'd imagine that means Jones will bat in the 6th hole for Kirby Jenkins. That's a ball to Cox, flips over to Scott for the 3rd out of the inning, and Kaiser Smith effective and efficient in the top of the 5th. The Tigers will try to put something together again, but try to get a run across to tie this when we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Arkansas Tech 2, Washita 1 on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
New pitcher start the bottom of the 5th inning for Arkansas Tech. Derek Rocket, a 6', 165-pound freshman from Higbee, Missouri. The righty will come in, and Emiliano Mata. The book is closed on Mata. He's in technically only pitched 4 innings, but did leave with the lead. So it's one of those scoring situations that will leave it up to the official scorer to see who's in line for this win. Mata does pitch 4 innings, gives up 1 run on 4 hits, and he'll turn it over to Derek Rocket. We talked about the length of the outings for Mata. Wasn't quite sure how to go, but he went 4, and that's what he's gone a couple of times this year. So turn it over to the right-handed Rocket, Luke Nahara. We did have some help with our crowd mic between innings.
Would you call him
back in its home? No, you're going to make a bad Rocket joke, aren't you?
No, I won't anymore.
Okay. Nahara watches the 0-1 pitch go out. Go ahead. I'm sure it's a good one.
He's the righty Rocket.
No, that wasn't worth it. The 1-1 pitch. Nahara pulls that one into right field for his first base hit of the year. So Luke Nahara gets the base hit. You get a look at the sophomore.
And that's got to feel good to get your first collegiate hit ever in a big game like this one, especially where a win is going to be really important for the Tigers. And Nahara, he can contribute to that on the offensive side.
First hit this year. We'll have to go back and look and see if he got one last year. My computer got too hot and died. Might have redshirted last year. Let's Isaac now to the box for Ouachita. Leadoff single from Nahara. And Rocket misses outside for ball 2. There are some pitchers and catchers in the bullpen last year for Arkansas Tech. I'm looking at the stats from last year. Yeah, Nahara redshirted. That was his first collegiate base hit. And boy, Luke, swing and a miss from Isaac Nowell. There are some pitchers sitting on the bench in the Arkansas Tech bullpen. Nobody warming up. There are a couple of pitchers in the Ouachita bullpen as well. Again, nobody throwing or loosening. The 2-1 pitch now takes that one upstairs for ball 3. Saw this yesterday with Arkansas Tech. They brought a reliever in and really had trouble finding the zone. And so there was a quick hook from Coach Dave Dawson. Don't know if he can have the same quick hook this time if Rocket can't respond because nobody's throwing yet in the Arkansas Tech bullpen, but 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. You might let him go a little bit longer.
It all just depends here on if they can get a hit. Isaac now right here, his response is really going to gauge what Arkansas Tech does.
So ball 4. So the first 2 are on here in the bottom of the 5th for the Tigers. And Wesley Scott comes to the plate. He'll bat again from the left side. Isaac, he's batted switch hitter, listed as switch hitter. We saw it a lot last year. Didn't see as much of him batting from the left side against righties at the beginning of this year. But the last 2 weekends, it has been. When he's seen a righty, he's gone from the left side. And we do see one of the pitchers in the Arkansas Tech bullpen stand up now. Look like they're getting ready to start throwing. Wesley Scott squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and that breaking ball missed the zone for ball 1.
And on that play, you see first baseman Tyler Sardelli run very far in. He knows that Scott wants to bunt it over to the right side.
Yeah, Scott may try to put it down the third base line to Yeah, it was. He was trying to bunt that one down the third base line since Sardelli was charging from first. Bard is playing on the grass, but still has to be able to field the position. Dawson, we saw this yesterday. Ouachita charged the third baseman, and Wesley Scott covered from short. But Dawson is playing closer to the bag, not looking like he would be charging to cover. So kind of leave our shot from up here wide in case it plays out to kind of see how the defense plays this one. Does square out again on the breaking ball, catches the outside part of the zone for strike two. So probably all that will be for naught now.
We have seen a bunt. We have seen a bunt on 2 strikes before this game.
That was Cole Dawson, the shortstop for Tech. Scott swing and a miss for strike 3, and the breaking ball from Rocket got Scott swinging over the top of it. So 1 out on the board now.
Now batting left fielder Gavin
for
Jacobs.
Gavin Jacobs. So Jacobs has a chance to kind of get the inning going. Ouachita had runners at first and second. Last inning got him to second, third, couldn't do anything with it. Breaking ball catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. That has been fruitful for that pitch, and location has been fruitful for Rocket. His first 2 batters he's seen, 3 batters that he's seen. The 0-1. Jacobs, a shot into shallow center field. Grant Jones into the game, makes the catch. No tag able to be made, and so just like that, Rocket has gotten 2 outs. It's amazing in baseball sometimes how easy it is to get a couple of batters on, but how hard it is to get them around. And that's been the problem for Ouachita in this series. Graham now to the plate. Jester to the plate for the Tigers, the lefty DH. Goes the other way with that one. Foul down the left field line. Jester 0 for 2 so far today, trying to get his first hit and possibly with a well-placed ball to tie this game up. The 0-1. Oh. Breaking ball. Thought that broke in a little bit low, but caught enough of the zone to get a strike call from the umpire. And so now Rocket, after allowing the first 2 batters to reach, is 1 pitch away from stranding 2 Tigers. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled out of play, and Jester stays alive.
And that one almost bouncing back on top of one of 3, the umpire, catcher, or Jester.
Luke Nahara at second after he had a single, first college hit. Isaac now at first after he followed Nahara with a walk. Rocket retired the next 2 Tigers, and Jester stands in now with an 0-2 count. That's a shot into right field. It's going to not be enough to get past Murray. He is able to range to his right and make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So through 5, Arkansas Tech 2, Ouachita 1. Back to Rab Rogers after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football.
At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Go to the top of the 6th inning. Arkansas Tech with a 2-1 lead. Like to say hello to Kelly Davis up in Russellville watching our broadcast this weekend. Kelly on the broadcast crew for Arkansas Tech football and basketball, retired from the alumni office. One of a couple of former AIC kickers that are just quality individuals. Lead off the 6th, Kaiser Smith back out. Olea leads off the 6th, squares around to bunt. Talked to Coach Dave Dawson before this game and gave our friend Sam Stration a hard time for not adding the baseball duties to his football and basketball play-by-play. Olea pops that one up. Andrew Cox catches it behind the post. I promise he caught it. And that's the first out of the inning. So Duddleston comes to the plate. He was 2 for 4 in game 1 yesterday. He was the only Wonder Boy with more than 1 hit, and then he added a hit and 2 walks in game 2 to reach base 3 times. So far today, Duddleston is 0 for 1. He did reach his last at bat, getting hit by a pitch. He bats with 1 out in the 6th. Nice pitch from Kaiser Smith. Pitch number 81 for Smith. There is a pitcher throwing in the Ouachita bullpen. Doesn't look to be getting hot yet. The 1-1 pitch comes inside and called strike 1. Duddleston, I don't have a good view of the plate, but I'm blocked by the umpire. He must have been standing on the white because that one caught the inside part of the zone. 1-2 pitch from Kaiser Smith. Breaking ball outside. Nahara comes out and blocks it up. Can't see a number on the pitcher warming up for Ouachita. It is a righty. Try to see if we can catch his number when he turns around. The 2-2 from Smith to Duddleston. Fly ball. That'll be down the right field line and out of play. McWilliams will give chase to no avail. There's that organ again, Isaac. I wonder when they brought that organ up. I bet that was heavy to bring up here in the press box.
I bet they put it right over next to us.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 2-1 Tech. The 2-2 outside for ball 3. Smith trying to get Duddleston to go after that one. Nice plate discipline. Full count. Ground ball down the left field line and foul. So Duddleston will have another opportunity. You get a look down the left field line of why some of those foul balls end up going into left field, catching off of that fence. Nice hop there from Luke House. Of course, I guess Luke could probably just step over that fence. Full count again. Smith to Duddleston. High, ball 4, and that is another quality at bat from Duddleston to extend the count full, fight some off, and reach base, this time by the walk, last time by the hit by pitch. So Grant Jones to the plate for the first time today. That's from the left side. Jones was a defensive substitution for Arkansas Tech 2 innings ago. And with Jones 67th or 8th, he had a couple of at-bats, at least one at-bat yesterday. Squares around a bunt. Smith can't get the call on the breaking ball. 1-0 the count with a runner on first and one out. Top of the sixth, squares around a bunt. Catches the inside part of the plate for strike one. Throw back to first. Duddleston in safely. Fastball misses outside. 4-2. Misses inside. The count is 3-1 now. So Smith trying to escape a little bit of trouble here in the top of the sixth. The 3-1 misses low, 4-4. So now runners on first and second for the Wonder Boys. Coach Dave Brown's going to call time and make his way out to the mound. Take this time to give you an update from the only other game going on, excuse me, in the Great American Conference. It's like in the bottom of the fifth at Clyde Berry Field. Southern Arkansas and Henderson are tied at 2. Harding leads the conference, excuse me, even after dropping 2 out of 3 at home to UAM. Southern Arkansas, Arkansas Tech, Henderson all up there in the top 5. Catchy little tune here, Isaac. So Colby Webb, 7, 8, 9. Next 3 for Arkansas Tech. Webb bats with runners on first and second and one out. Kaiser Smith responds with a first pitch strike. Harding in first place at 16-5. Tech in second after the wins yesterday at 13-6. Arkansas, Monticello, and Southern Arkansas next, then Henderson. So the Reddies are at 12-8. Oklahoma Baptist 11-10 after yesterday, and Ouachita, if they win today, they'll be 11-10 as well. So that would be the top 8 right now, top 7 right now. 6 of the top 7 from Arkansas. Webb fouls that one out of play. Yeah, you look at those standings. Harding, Arkansas Tech, Arkansas Monticello, Southern Arkansas, and Henderson are the top 5. And Ouachita is the only other Arkansas school, and it's 2 games behind Henderson at 7. So
it really just goes to show, I mean, the Great American Conference has really been very Arkansas-led this season. You saw football as well, Harding and Ouachita and Southern Arkansas and Henderson all being at the top of the conference. And then in basketball, Southern Nazarene had themselves a run, but the team that eventually would win the conference in basketball would be Harding.
1 ball, 2 strikes from Kaiser Smith. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. Nice take that time by Webb. Oklahoma Baptist has been the strongest of the schools in baseball recently. It was a good stretch from Southeastern several years ago, but Southern Arkansas, UAM, Ouachita's made the regional 2 times in the last 3 seasons. Arkansas Tech, I believe, made it last year as well. Harding, is ranked this season, so some good competition in the Arkansas side of the GAC for sure. Full count. Runners on first and second, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch, the runners go, and that is ball 4, just outside. So now the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded, 1 out, nobody in the Tech bullpen warming up. Ouachita did have a pitcher lightly throwing, but he is not right now. This is Kaiser Smith's jam to get out of. So 1 out, bases loaded. Breaking ball catches the zone for strike 1. Brendan Bard, batting in the 8-hole, has had himself a series defensively, come up with a couple of clutch hits as well in his action. Big task for Smith. Breaking ball almost didn't break enough back and almost caught Bard on the left leg. McWilliams is in on the grass at first. Same for Graham at third. 1-1 pitch. Shoots that one foul down the right field line. So the count is now 1-2. Big spot here, Isaac. If you're Tech, you're up 1 with 1 out. You like to extend that, add some insurance runs here. Ouachita trying to get out of a jam. Shot into center field. That's shallow second base. Andrew Cox makes the catch. I thought that one was into center field, but it was definitely not deep enough to tag the runner up. Duddleston at third. Andrew Cox makes the catch, and so now 2 outs to Luke Ray. Ray, the 9-hole hitter, 0 for 3 with a run scored in game 1 yesterday, 1 for 3 in game 2. Bats with 2 outs now. The breaking ball misses. Today, Ray is 0 for 2. Sardelli on deck is 2 for 3 with an RBI. As he bats, this means that the Tech lead has been increased. The 1-0 pitch, high, pop up. Plenty of room. Cox, but McWilliams calls him off, and that was nice communications. Reese McWilliams with the catch in foul territory. Cox was there as well. McWilliams and Cox with nice communication, and Kaiser Smith gets out of a jam, stranding the bases loaded. So the Tigers take a little breath, come back to the bottom of the 6th, and try to see if they can't get to the righty Rocket for Arkansas Tech after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Tigers trail by 1. Look to get something going. Garrett Graham gave him a spark yesterday with a solo home run. It'll be 5-6-7. Graham McWilliams bowling against Rocket, the reliever. That breaking ball catches the zone for strike 1. Derek Rocket, a 6', 165-pound freshman from Higbee, Missouri, in his second complete inning of work. Faces the righty Graham. The 1-1 pitch, high for ball 2. On the season, this is the 9th appearance for Rocket. 1-1 on the season, 17 2/3 innings pitched, 7.13 ERA, giving up 19 runs, 14 of those unearned. Does have a good walk to strikeout ratio, only 8 walks, 17 strikeouts. I guess that'd be a better strike to walkout ratio, which is what you want. The count is quickly.
Strike to walkout ratio?
That'll work too, yeah. walkout like the music. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls that one off the cap. You have to be careful. Do I have you in the class this spring? I don't. So you don't have to worry about a grade by saying smart remarks. I'll have you next fall, surely. I'll create something that I have you. I'll give you a bad grade for smart remarks on the broadcast. Is that right? 2-2 the count to Graham. The 2-2 pitch from Rocket. Breaking ball. Ground ball. Nice job sitting on it and getting his body behind the throw at third base from Brendan Bard. And Graham is out for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Bard, playing the hop, getting his weight behind it, and at the backhand, and the nice throw across to Sardelli at first base. Reese McWilliams to the plate.
You look at Brendan Bard today, he's really been a great addition to this field. So far in this game, he's got 3 assists and a putout, so I would really look out for him. You don't want to hit it towards that third baseline if Bard's over there.
No, he came in yesterday as a sub in game 1. He's been there ever since, and he's given Tech some pretty good work there at the hot corner. Reese McWilliams ahead in the count, 2-0. Rocket works quickly. I guess if I was Isaac, I'd say Rocket works fast, but I don't like bad puns. Those are dad jokes. When I say them, they're bad puns when you say them. 3-0 the count now to Derek Rocket to Reese McWilliams in the bottom of the 6th. Both teams have stranded runners. The 3-0 is inside. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for Tech, 1 run on 5 hits. No errors for the Tigers. Trying to see left on base. Arkansas Tech has left 7 on base. Ouachita has left 6 in the first 5.5 innings. Coach Dawson comes out. He's the head coach, and a lot of times it's the head coach that makes the change, but there's nobody throwing in the bullpen. We mentioned earlier there was someone warming up, and Ashton Greenlee was down there. Now he gets up and picks up a ball, and looks like he's throwing with the bullpen catcher. Loosely and lightly. More of an encouragement visit from Coach Dawson to Rocket. A little pat on the hip as he walks off the mound. Joseph Boland to the plate for the Tigers, the junior from El Dorado. Boland squares around to bunt, pulls it back, and the breaking ball is ruled out of the zone. I think Olea will look back to the umpire to ask where that one was. Even got a nice pitch from one of the Tech fans. It was a nice pitch. I thought it might have been there. Boland, see if he squares around again. He does not. Takes that off-speed pitch upstairs. So 2-0. Look to see if Greenlee speeds up his warm-up routine. Starts getting hot a little bit faster. It looks like he is throwing from the stretch now down there in the bullpen. Might be ready if Rocket can't find the zone. The 2-0 pitch is high for ball 3, and this might be the last pitch for Rocket if it is ball 4. The 3-0. Took that one off the helmet, and that went off his helmet, over the net, and then over the building into the creek.
Man, you got to give him props. He took that right to the dome.
Yeah, it's a good thing those helmets are sturdy. I'm trying to get signal from the bullpen to see whether he's ready or not. This may be as long of a delay as you can have after Cox steps in the box before they call time and make their way to the dugout.
It looks like they might keep him in right now.
I'm surprised. I looked, and they looked at the dugout, seeing if he was ready. Cox squares around to bunt, and the breaking ball is outside. So we'll put our Prediction hat aside for seeing how long Rocket is going to be in there because he is going to face Cox. Sardelli is in on the grass at first. Bard is even with the bag at third. Cox, the 1-0 count. Squares, does not square around to bunt, but takes the breaking ball for a called strike one. Looked like he was going to square, pulled back. Maybe just trying to distract the pitcher, but nice strike from Rocket, and he's even with the count at 1-1.
And it could be that they do want to see Rocket go out on a good note, but I mean, first he's got to strike that good note.
1-1 is a breaking ball taken for a called strike two. But Cox is the 9-hole batter, so maybe they're trying to get him through the end and not let him face the top of the order again. And now Rocket is in command of this at bat by Cox. The 1-2 misses just upstairs for ball two.
You got to give props to Cox there, just barely out of the zone that time, and he's going to watch it go by without swinging.
You got to stand in that box. Yesterday we saw a Tiger get rung up on the pitch count, or excuse me, the pitch clock. That was awfully close. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. And so Rocket records the second out. The Tigers again trying to get a runner home. Sorry, I said 9-hole. Cox started in the 9-hole yesterday. He's in the 8-hole today, and Luke Nahara is in the 9-hole. Got his first collegiate hit in his last at bat. To get his first collegiate RBI. He repeats that effort here. And breaking ball misses low for ball one. Isaac Nowell on deck. Nahara, ground ball to Dawson. In time, doesn't have to flip it. Runs over and steps on the bag, and the Tigers strand two more, and the threat in the 6 is over. So after 6 complete, Tech 2, Ouachita 1, Isaac Bourne will have the 7th, 8th, and 9th when we return on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Pitching change for the Tigers is now a new man on the mound is Austin Bagnall, number 0 for the Tigers. And you look at him yesterday, he had himself a performance to finish out one of the games. It was the first game, I believe, and now he'll step up to relieve Kaiser Smith here in Game 3, and then you see Nahara finally will step out and put on the catcher's gear. And you look into Bagnall on the season coming into this series anyway. He's had himself a decent relief year, 2.95 ERA coming into the series, 1-3 record, made 8 appearances, but 9 appearances according to yesterday, and then 3 starts. So we'll see what he can do in this one. Just about a minute 10 on the count. And leading off the inning will be the top of the lineup. We'll start off with Tyler Sardelli, led up by Cole Dawson and Simon Murray. This Ouachita team trying their best to battle back in this one, and they've trailed 2-1 ever since the top of the 3rd inning. And Bagnall hoping to change the tides here.
First baseman Tyler Sardelli.
Excuse me, Bagnall actually made an appearance in that second game relieving Luke House. Yesterday, he was hit off once, had one ball, faced 3 at-bats, and had a 2 and now his ERA is 2.57 after yesterday's performance. First one goes for a ball. Sardelli, that one will go high into the outfield, and Jacobs this time can't make the grab. Gavin Jacobs once again having to go against the outfield wall. And this time the outfield wall wins.
Now batting the shortstop, Cole Dawson.
Sardelli just a few feet short of a home run, but nevertheless, he'll get himself his second double of the afternoon. Now here's Cole Dawson up to the plate. He's had a hit in this game in his 2 at-bats. With Sardelli in scoring position, the Tigers are going to have to make sure that they are safe with this batter. Dawson, one of the better hitters in the conference. Two 2-0 count. Here's Bagnall. And Dawson, he's going to go for the bunt. And they're going to say it might have clipped him. So they'll just call that one a strike, and that'll send Dawson back to the plate. Two 2-1 pitch. Here's Bagnall. And that one will go high over the head of Dawson. And now Bagnall looking to battle back. He still needs 2 strikes for the first out of the inning. And that one outside, and that's going to send Cole Dawson onto first base. And you look over at the Ouachita bullpen, and you've got another pitcher warming up over there.
Right fielder Simon Murray.
Bagnall picking up the quick walk in his second batter faced. And maybe possibly taking some time to talk to his batter is head coach Dave Dawson. And here's Simon Murray. He'll take to the plate. So far today, Murray, he's had himself an RBI, but no hits. On the season, he's had 27 RBIs, though. And with Sardelli on second, he's in a good position to do it again. And he'll bend back. That one going high. And after that, Austin Bagnall, he'll head to the dugout, and coming out for the Tigers, number 28. That'll be Braden Tucker. We'll tell you about him after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of vets and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Braden Tucker taking to the mound here for the Tigers, as he'll be the third pitcher in the game for Ouachita, following Austin Bagnall going to the dugout. So far on the season, Tucker with a 7.04 ERA. He's allowed 8 hits and he's gotten 8 strikeouts, and he's pitched 7 2/3 innings, going for a full 8 here. Tucker on the season, he's pitched in relief multiple times, and here looking to finish out the game for Ouachita. They do trail 2-1, so in a position with a runner in scoring position and on first. We'll see what he does. Here's Simon Murray up to the plate. And very close there to getting the pickoff at second base. Tucker, the quick zip over to number 6 for the Tigers, Wesley Scott. One count. Here's Tucker. Junior out of Fort Worth, Texas. He'll make the bunt, Murray, and he's not able to get to first, so good fielding by Tucker to at least get the out, but Arkansas Tech now with 2 runners in scoring position.
That was the goal for Murray, to get the sack bunt and get the 2 runners in scoring position. So now with 1 out, Olea has a chance to extend this lead. The infield's going to play in to try to cut down a runner if they can field a hot shot, keep the runner at third.
Christian Olea up to the plate. He'll get a piece of it. And now he'll make the catch. But that's enough to send Sardelli into home plate. And Arkansas Tech expands their 3-1 lead, giving themselves an insurance run.
Yep, now caught the ball and then tried to make sure he could keep the runner at second. It was deep enough that the runner was going to score from third. So the sacrifice bunt from Murray does its job. Sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly, and Arkansas Tech has doubled its lead here in the top of the 7th.
He'll get a piece of it. That's out into the left field. And what a catch by Gavin Jacobs. Slides to the ground, and that's going to send us to another break. Ouachita able to get Arkansas Tech from scoring only one, and they'll keep them off home plate for that. You see the replay now. And during the 7th inning stretch here, you'll hear the music in the background.
Boy, what an amazing play. I think the wind kind of kept that one drifting. Gavin Jacobs had a beat on it, and then you just kind of saw him speed up, and make a nice diving catch to end the inning that would have made it 4-1. Instead, it saves a run, strands another one, and the Tigers have a chance when we come back in the bottom of the 7th.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And Rockets Day is over for Arkansas Tech, and that sets up new relief pitcher Ashton Greenlee for the Wonder Boys. And looking at him on the season, you look at Greenlee's stats, and so far he's got a 6.23 ERA. He's 2-0 on winning decisions. He's made 9 appearances. This will be number 10 for him, and he's had 2 starts as well. He's pitched 17 1/3 innings. So as he takes to the mound, he'll face off against the top of the Ouachita lineup in Isaac Now. Wonder Boys lead by 2 after that 1-run inning we just saw. One count here for Greenlee. So far today, now 0 for 2, or 1 for 2 at the plate after being walked at his first at-bat. He'll get a piece of it right into the left center field gap, and the grab will be made. Now we'll head back to the dugout.
Nice job by Grant Jones out there of trucking that one down into right center field. Murray was there backing him up. 1 batter, 1 out for Greenlee.
And now here's Wesley Scott. So far today, he's been batting on the left side for left-handed, and he'll do that once again here against the right-handed pitcher.
Greenlee, a junior from Springdale, Arkansas, played at North Ark Community College in Harrison before transferring to Arkansas Tech, listed at 6'3", 205.
Two quick strikes for Greenlee. Wesley Scott now staring down a hole.
Boy, fantastic play from Greenlee. Catching that one in stride, and then his momentum was carrying him to the bag.
And with Scott heading back to the dugout, Gavin Jacobs now looking to make something happen with 2 outs on the board. The redshirt freshman today, he's picked up 1 RBI, but so far 0 for 2 at the plate. That RBI coming off a sacrifice fly in the first inning. And Greenlee finds the zone that time on the fastball. One. Jacobs, he gets a piece of it again, and it just can't come down in time, and Grant Hill is going to get his glove on it. Ouachita 0 for 3 in the inning, and they'll have to go back on defense to defend against Arkansas Tech here. They lead 3-1 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, where Braden Tucker stepping up to the mound for his second inning of work. And it's the last time Tucker was up on the mound. Ouachita relinquishing one run to go down 3-1 here, hoping to keep the Wonder Boys off the board so that they can go back on offense and even the odds. Now up to the plate here, number 8 for the Wonder Boys, Grant Jones.
Top of the 8th inning here at Rab Rogers Field. Tigers running out of outs, and you would say normally, 2 runs, plenty of outs, but when you only had one in the last game and a half, or a little bit over a half now, and you had several opportunities to go back to the runners left on base. Ouachita and Tech each have left 8 runners on base.
You also see Kendall Cassidy making the run out to the dugout as that one goes right under the legs of number 6, Wesley Scott. And Scott kicking himself after that one. An easy play goes for a base hit for Arkansas Tech.
It's not a base hit. Obviously, that'll be an error on on Ouachita. So, been solid. Have an offensive timeout from Coach Dawson coming and talking to Webb. Leadoff runner on with an error, so 3 runs on 5 hits with 1 error for Tech. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for Ouachita, and looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Kirby Jenkins. Don't know if Coach Dawson was planning on that when he called timeout. He's walking over now to talk to his pinch hitter. When we see his number, we'll tell you who it is. The numbers are big enough. When he turns around, we'll be able to see him.
Number 1.
It's Drew Vega, yeah.
And Drew Vega stepped in a couple times yesterday to be a pinch runner, so now he'll have some time at the plate here.
Vega only 11 at-bats so far this season. Does have 3 hits in those 11 at-bats. A redshirt freshman from Dardanelle. He's going to square around, try to put down a good bunt. That's a success.
Vega does not make it to first base there, but
does his job. Did his job and advanced the runner with a sac bunt, and that's what Coach Dawson was trying to get. And, if you put speed out there like Vega, if you put a good bunt down, you force the defense to make a play. Maybe you can force an error, but nice job by Tucker of fielding that one and getting the out, although there is a runner in scoring position.
And earlier, our speed gauge was saying that Tucker had a 97-mile-per-hour pitch.
It did come out 97. I'm not sure if that one was 100% accurate on that fastball. You pointed it out to me. Had to do a double check to see if I was seeing what you were pointing. You saw that one quick. I'd be surprised if it was 97.
And right into the infield gap is Bard, and that's going to send a runner home for Arkansas Tech. They go up 4-1 here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, that's why when you have a leadoff runner on base, if you can get them into scoring position using the sacrifice bunt or whatever, good batter can do whatever they need to do. That's exactly what Brendan Bard did. So the error comes back to bite Ouachita in the way of 1 run so far.
And at least one pitcher getting warmed up. Looks to be Kendall Cassidy over in the Ouachita bullpen. He quickly ran out there earlier in this frame. We'll see how long Tucker stays out on the mound. One ball, one strike. Here's Braden Tucker. Finds the zone, so now 1-2 count. He's got the lead here.
We've seen that a lot with right-handed batters not liking that breaking ball that catches the inside part of the zone. It's been on both sides.
Tucker, he'll check on the runner on first. And Ray, that one will go right to Wesley Scott. And the double play is made. Ouachita able to get out of the inning with 1 run relinquished. We'll see if they can respond here after the break on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
What?
Are you aware that on average there are almost 10 texting and driving deaths each day?
No, that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, so don't do it. The text can wait.
Thanks.
Anytime. And now...
Remember, the text can wait.
4-hole Jackson Jester up to the plate for the Tigers to start off the bottom of the 8th. He'll get a bat to it, but the easy play is made as Sardelli will make the put out at first base. A quick out for the Wonder Boys, as also a new pitcher taking the mound for Arkansas Tech.
Now batting third baseman, Garrett Graham.
Excuse me, that still is Ashton Greenlee. Just thought I saw a different name on his jersey. I'm allowed an error here and there, but in the 5-hole, here's Garrett Graham. He'll put a bat to it. That's got some height, but not some distance. And the easy catch is made out in right field.
Quick work. Sorry, Isaac. Quick work for Greenlee here in the 8th. You know, Tigers running out of outs. You know, they've got 4 outs left. When they're trying to be aggressive at the plate, just not being able to put the ball where they need it, making contact, just going right to the Tech defenders. You know, the ground ball to Ray and then fly ball to Murray and right.
Here's Reese McWilliams. He'll take a strike to start off the count.
Yeah, he's trying to bunt for a base hit. The infield was playing back, and so he was going to try to bunt for a base hit. If he had, you know, attempted the bunt, that was purely because of where the defense was playing.
And a swing and a miss for McWilliams, and Greenlee not wasting any time trying to just go ahead and get this frame out of the way, give Ouachita only one more chance in this one if they can't get a score here. And he'll swing and foul it off behind him. Arkansas Tech in the past 2 innings has expanded their 2-1 lead to 4-1. So Ouachita would need 3 runs to tie the score. And that one gonna go too far to the outside for the first ball of the count. That one just shy of 80 miles per hour for Greenlee. And he's going to get him looking, and Reese McWilliams will head back to the dugout along with the remainder of Arkansas Tech's defense. And now the Wonder Boys, one more chance to run up the score as they lead 4-1. And we'll be back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Kendall Cassidy now taking to pitch for Ouachita. The sophomore southpaw had pitched 1 1/3 innings yesterday in game 1 of this series, and now hoping to bring his team back into this one by holding off more Wonder Boy offense here in the 9th inning. Looking at Cassidy's stats a little bit on the season. So far, he's pitched 9 2/3 innings, and he's got a 14.9 ERA on the season. He's had 4 strikeouts, and now just mere moments away from Arkansas Tech. At the top of their lineup, we'll see what they can do.
Batting for Arkansas Tech, first baseman Tyler Sardelli.
Top of the order for Cassidy to face the 1-2-3.
And immediately he'll throw that ball right to the back of Sardelli, and he'll take the first base here.
Cole Dawson.
Down 3 as we start the top of the ninth. What you really want to do if you're Ouachita is just keep this one at 3. You want to have a fighting chance when you go into the bottom of the ninth inning. Arkansas Tech is going to try to add some pressure. Dawson tried to get the bunt down again, frustrated with himself. It didn't happen last time either. Frustrated with himself. He's had a tremendous weekend. And I mentioned on the broadcast yesterday, I said to Brian Ramsey next door, I said, boy, he's had a great weekend. He said, he's just had a great year.
And McWilliams there, he wanted the out. He thought he tagged Sardelli in time, but
it was a good move from Cassidy. It's that lefty. You know, you got to be a little bit more careful at right leg. You got to be careful when you're that leadoff runner.
And Dawson, he'll get the foul, or he'll get the bunt, but a great play made by Garrett Graham.
That was a really nice play from Garrett Graham. Fielding his position nicely. Kendall Cassidy went to cover third base like he was supposed to do. Graham charged it and saw that one was going to stay fair. Made a nice off-balance throw across to McWilliams to get the speedy Dawson. So again, 1 out, runner in scoring position for the Wonder Boys. Last inning it came thanks to an error. It's a hit batter, and then the sacrifice bunt. So Wonder Boys manufacturing runs today. It worked in the 8th. They're trying to get another one scratched across, another insurance run in the 9th. Murray looked like he was trying to get his right elbow out there to get nicked. Instead it broke in and caught the zone for strike 2. If you do that on the strike 3, you can get punched out. Cassidy would take that here.
Murray, he'll get a piece of it.
Man, that is fortunate for the Tigers. It was a hit-and-run situation. Sardelli broke on the pitch. Murray got fisted, and so it was a pop-up to Wesley Scott. Stepped on the bag. That was about as easy as it could come for Ouachita. Wonder Boys are trying to manufacture something, and then Kendall Cassidy just threw the right pitch. Jammed Scott on the inside, and Ouachita now still only needs 3.
And that's what we'll do. We'll take it to a break. Ouachita, one more chance to tie this score up and pick up a win here on this Sunday afternoon on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are, they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Joseph Bolin on the plate here for Ouachita, looking to even the odds. They trail by 3 here in the bottom of the 9th.
Greenlee on a save situation for Greenlee. I believe this is his 3rd inning work. I think he came in the 7th, but regardless, the lead at 3. And Bolin will try to get things going for Ouachita. It's 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order for the Tigers.
0-2 count. Bolin, he needs to battle back here. Arkansas Tech just 3 outs away from a sweep of the Tigers here at Rab Rogers Field. No team is yet to do that this season.
They said he didn't go. That was probably the latest Bolin could check it, his swing, without getting rung up. Good take by Bolin on the 1-2 pitch. That breaking ball started on the outside part of the plate, broke away.
And Bolin, he'll get a piece of it, so he'll stay alive. 2-2 count. Greenlee looking for strikeout number 2 for him.
Across the street, Southern Arkansas leads Henderson 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And that one a little bit outside the zone.
Reddies do have the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Rubber match of that series.
Here's Greenlee, payoff pitch. And that one's going to go low, and Joseph Bolin, he'll take a base to start off the inning.
That was a great plate appearance from Joseph Bolin. Got down in the count, battled back, excuse me, battled back, and then got a leadoff walk. So we have a pinch runner for Bolin and Cade Bowman. Pinch ran yesterday. Freshman from Little Rock Christian. Had some work in the outfield as well this season.
And now for Ouachita, the game-tying run on deck as Andrew Cox will step up to the plate.
You know, Ouachita was in this situation yesterday as well and just couldn't get the couple of hits. We saw it happen last week against Oklahoma Baptist. You just need to get a couple of timely hits and get something going. It's been a few innings where they've had a chance, just hadn't been able to get it going so far today.
Greenlee puts that one right through the middle for a strike.
Cox shot one through the right side for a base hit yesterday. He'd love to do the same thing here.
And Bolin, he's going to try to steal second.
And that's Bowman. That was the pinch runner, Bowman. Oh, I thought you said Bolin. You sure? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Bowman read that one. Olea made a nice throw down. I thought, you know, the speed of Bowman is what got him that bag. And so now the force is off, and Cox stands in there with a runner in scoring position.
So far on the season, Cox at 138 batting average. Greenlee puts that right in the middle, so now 1-2 count for Andrew Cox. He's got a runner in scoring position, and he's going to want to swing on anything in this zone.
Yeah, 2 straight fastballs. Wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking ball start in the middle of the zone and break away or down. But with the
too low and outside for that pitch, so Greenlee still only 2 balls in the count. Got some wiggle room here. Cox will swing on it and get a piece of it, so he'll stay alive here. 2-2 count still. Fouled off behind him. Here's Greenlee. And that one going too high, so a full count.
Bolin had a great plate appearance, drew the walk after being down 0-2. Cox stands in there now with a full count.
And that one, 2 outside, and Andrew Cox, he'll be the second batter walk today. Not sure if that'll merit a plate visit or a mound visit, but that is going to bring Christian Olea, his catcher, up to go talk to the pitcher. There are some guys warming up, 2 of them, in fact, for Arkansas Tech in the bullpen.
Coach Dawson chirping at or trying to find, I think it was more frustration than anything, trying to see why that wasn't a strike, but his catcher said it was out. And it's more frustration than anything. A couple of righties warming up in the pen, so the tying run to the plate. This is the spot you want to be in, Isaac. You can't ask anything else. You give yourself a chance, and we've said it. It sounds like a broken record again. There have been so many opportunities for Ouachita to try to bust through and get a hit when they need it. It's not happened yet today. When they had runners in scoring position, kind of in this same situation. Runners in first and second, no outs, 1 out. But here in the bottom of the ninth, you've got to put it together now.
Runners on first and second for the Tigers. Here's Nahara. He had a hit earlier in this game. He'll swing and miss on the first pitch. Nahara, the final batter in this lineup before it turns over. Trying to make something happen here. He'll watch that one go past his shins. He'll get a bat to it. And the play cannot be made at second. An errant throw by Sardelli is going to allow Ouachita to load the bases here.
Sometimes you'll take a gift also. Dawson thought he was on the bag. It's short. He came off the bag to make the catch. Just not quite able to keep a foot on the bag, so now you go to the top of the order. Bases loaded. The winning run is now at the plate for Ouachita. Ouachita has given Tech a few gifts this weekend. They'll take that one as well because that had double play opportunity, but the play was not made.
And Isaac Nowell, the man who will be credited with the winning run if he can stay there.
Pinch runner coming in, Austin Gathright running for Luke Nahara at first base.
Gathright, he's had some time in the field for Ouachita this year. He's been not a mainstay, but a very, very frequent presence in the Ouachita batting order. But then also the freshman has some speed in the base paths. So I'm sure that's what head coach Luke Howard is doing when he wants to just bring in as much speed on the bases as possible.
Here we go. Tigers have a chance.
Greenlee, that one low and outside.
I'm almost surprised that they've kept Greenlee. You know, he did throw the pitch to contact on the Nahara at bat, but if he walks another one, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitching change.
Now he makes contact, but he'll foul it off to the right side.
Well, that might have been ball two. It looked like it was tailing outside, but now wanted to shoot it through that right side.
And Greenlee, that one's going to hit the dirt, and he looks over at his coach, just maybe even pleading to give him some more time out on that mound.
JT Cafferty is warming up. He came in yesterday in game one. Can't tell the other righty, but it may be Cafferty's ball if this is a walk.
Now he'll get some contact, and it gets through the infield. That's 2 runs for the Tigers and a runner on first and third to go with it.
Wow, you talk about a seeing eye single. Isaac now put that one off the cap. It went right between Sardelli and Ray. Between the hole at first and second, and the tying run is now at third base.
What a 9th inning showing for this Tiger team, and that is what's going to merit a mound visit for Arkansas Tech.
And he gave up the walk. We had the blooper. You have the error from Sardelli after the ground ball from Nahara. And it wasn't. They weren't hard hit baseballs. But regardless, with the tying run 90 feet away, JT Cafferty's going to come in for his second appearance of the weekend and try to close it out and get the save. He is the team leader in saves for Arkansas Tech. He's got 3. He'll try to make it 4. Coach Dawson using this time to coach his infield as well. So Cafferty takes the mound, trying to close it out for the Wonder Boys. Wesley Scott will try to tie it up or do more for the Tigers when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita. Washita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, where you see JT Cafferty warming up. He's 5th in the conference in saves in this one after Ouachita. Able to score 2 runs earlier in the 9th inning. No outs on the board. And now trying to move to 2nd in a tie for saves is JT Cafferty.
I was talking to Matthew Branch and Brian Ramsey. I said, man, baseball's a silly game. And he's like, yeah, there are not very many normal days at the Rab, and that's the case. Ouachita has the tying run 90 feet away. The winning run is at first with nobody out. Wesley Scott coming to the bat from the left side again. Olea is going to go out and talk to Cafferty. This is where the strategy comes in huge, both offensively and defensively. It looks as if the Arkansas Tech infield will play in, trying to cut down this run. Keep the runner at third. Does Scott try to bunt, pull one down the first base line, and try to squeeze the runner home? Does he try to shoot one through the infield, the drawn-in infield? This is when baseball gets really fun.
Cafferty having to face the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th holes of this lineup, and Scott will start off here.
Threw 12 pitches yesterday in 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, faced 4 batters.
Here's Cafferty. That one to the outside.
Going inside with a breaking ball, outside with a fastball.
Tigers 1 run away from forcing extra innings, 2 runs away from getting the win. Scott That one's got some power and some distance. And it's gone! Wesley Scott walks it off here on a Sunday afternoon at Rab Rogers Field. Crazy things happen at the Rab, just like you said, Chris, and we haven't seen anything crazier this season. And the Tigers win Game 3 here against the Wonder Boys.
Well, that shirt has no chance of staying on. There it comes.
Final score of today's game, Washita 6, Arkansas Tech 4.
Look at Coach Howard running out there, too.
Fans, we thank you for your attendance today and for your support of the Tigers.
Tigers go into the 9th inning, trailing 4-1. They trail by 3 going into this final inning, and what a rally. They score 2 runs, putting themselves down by just 1, and Scott comes up to the plate and decides, I'm ready to go back to my dorm and spend a good night, and that's exactly what it'll be for Luke Howard's team.
It's the second weekend in a row we've seen a comeback of 3 or 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's just it says something about this team. When you lose 2 like you did yesterday and you're down, things have not gone well, frankly, offensively for the Tigers. And Wesley Scott walks it off with a shot over the right field fence. I really hope it avoided the tennis match back there, but regardless, Tigers aren't going to care. It's a walk-off winner for Wesley Scott.
The second home run of the weekend for the Tigers ends up being a vital one. 5 runs in the final inning, and the Tigers, your final score, Washita 6, Arkansas Tech 4. Thank you so much for tuning in all weekend to the Washita Sports Digital Network. I've been Isaac Bourne, and that's Chris Babb. Alongside us today is Priscilla Leverett, Chloe Velleman, and Gavin Wallace in the truck. And then yesterday, Madeline Colzer was along with us as well. But for all who have tuned in all weekend for our commentary, thank you so much. We hope you had a great spring break for Washita students. And we will see you guys in class or later on down the line here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the